insane in the membrane, insane in the brain. I keep hearing Cypress Hill when I'm talking to a lot of retailers about what they've been doing with their business. A lot of stuff I hear is fantastic. The numbers are just kind of off the chart. They're just all over the place. I mean, we've got great, great numbers, and that is good to see. But let me go through some things here that I would consider to be insane. As Albert Einstein said, doing the same thing over and over, it's and expecting a different result is insane. And this is what I hear from a lot of retailers is that I'm too busy right now to do anything. I'm too busy doing things the wrong way to do them the right way. And I understand it is busy right now, and the salons are just crazy, and that's fantastic. But my illustration here is the wheel where this guy is saying, "No, I'm too busy to get to putting the wheel on my cart." And I think that's a lot what happens with a lot of retailers out there is that they're so busy right now, it's hard for them to think ahead. The wheels that we're talking about that you can put on your business cart, it would make your life a whole heck of a lot easier, and these would make some critical changes. So what I see, which it just drives me crazy, is that I hear owners talking so much about expenses, and particularly they're talking about if I have to pay a couple of bucks more an hour or this for good employees. It's right back to Cypress Hill, and I say insane in the brain. I tell people don't count the pennies this time of the year. That's not what this business is all about. It is one of the most successful top line retail businesses that there are. You add money to the top line, the rest of it takes care of itself. Now you say, well, that's not true, John. And we get in the third quarter of the Jason months. You get in July, August, and September. It is true if you do what you should be doing right now. And of course, you know, a lot of people don't have really, they don't have a July through September plan, and that's some of the thing I want to talk to you about today. But let's talk about insane practices. These are absolutely insane practices that me as a consultant it gets me crazy. Okay, so insane practices. When somebody doesn't have a real pricing marketing schedule to focus on traffic draws for the post-peak season, we have got a terrible reputation in this business that not with everybody, but with some folks, that they go like the devil in the peak season all the way through May and maybe are doing fairly well in June. And then it's like they mentally go on vacation for July, August, and September. Look at anything that you can do above what you did last year, forget 2020, even above 2019, July, August, and September is found money. So let's say, I mean, we've got salons right now, just about a dozen new salons, just single salons, in addition to chains, that are their increases over 2019 are just absurdly lousy. I've got one, she's 172% ahead, and she wasn't doing bad before. A lot of things that we did to help that. But anyway, but then we got to be taking a look at post-peak, the third quarter. Let's say that, you know, it was considerably less than, of course, your peak season. But even if you raise it by 10% or 15%, and if you have enough EFTs, that annuity effect can pull through into third quarter and even into fourth quarter. But you got to have a pricing and marketing schedule to focus on those traffic draws. And I have people coming to me still now, which I'm great. I so appreciate them coming to me, even as late as it is. And I'm looking at some of their pricing and I'm thinking, why are you doing this to yourself? Because you're not getting yourself ready to be better off not only in this what's left of peak, but also in third quarter. And so here's what we got to talk about. EFTs. Our tanners, this is what they tell me, our tanners don't like EFTs. There is a perceived confrontation avoidance. You know, listen, people in general, me, you, none of us really like change until we see the benefits for us. EFTs, if you do the pricing right, people will see that this is a benefit and it'll make such an enormous difference in them. And when we do the pricing right, the EFTs almost sell themselves. Uh, Lotion selling opportunity. I mean, when I see somebody at $1.25 per tan average for lotion, that is a disaster. Had one about 4 weeks ago that was 83 cents per tan for lotion selling. And now already in this month of April, they're over $2. Weak recruiting and hiring strategies. Wow. I mean, talk about something. I mean, you just think about great location and wonderful equipment, nice build out, pretty stuff that people do for their ambience. And they keep hiring morons. For an example, hiring friends of friends of friends. And you get so an Octoliber, I put that in there. My German grandfather was an Octoliber. It's because you're just setting yourself on fire, hiring someone's friend. You've got to go out in the HR business out there, the staffing business, and look for people that are good for your salon. If you need a friend, get a dog. I would not hire someone's niece. I wouldn't hire their friend or whatever. You're just asking for problems because how can you direct them to do better job at selling? And when they don't do it, how can you maybe direct them out the door? So uh, that's crazy. Or we get so bad that we hire a warm body at minimum or low wages. You know, the minimum wage in this country at 7.25. I hope none of you, I did have one a few years ago that was actually below 7.25 because Missouri law allowed them to go. I won't even get into that. But here's the question. What are the lowest wages that you as an owner or a manager would work for? If you're mature, reliable, if you have good mature thinking, you've got good passion for the business, you've got great interpersonal skills, these are all terrific attributes that I include in performance evaluations for employees. But if you have all got that, if you've got that, what are the lowest wages you would work for? Now, the wage market is just getting crazy, and people will say, I can't afford it anymore. What you can't afford is getting your eyes off of where the prize is. It's top line. And to get to that top line, you're going to need some certifiable killers. You're going to need some really good rock star salespeople. You got to stop taking in these 19-year-olds. Well, they can clean a bed and then they can sell. No, you know. So you got to ask yourself, what's the lowest wages you would work for? Would you work for $10 an hour? The way things are going, probably not. And if you think, by the way, that you can entice people to work for you because you say to them, well, you can make up to $4 an hour more by selling by EFT bonuses and lotions, that's great once they're working for you. But when they're looking at the job and what the job will offer, they would look at that $4 on incentives as money that's at risk. What's not at risk today is what they're paying for their car insurance, gasoline, all the other stuff that they have to pay for. So they've got to look at your base wages as a starting point for them. And if you go out and you recruit and you're trying to recruit somebody at $8 an hour or $8.50 or $9 an hour, what you're going to get is you're going to get a person who's trying to get their parents to shut up about getting a job. Really, um, somebody that's trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do, but that kind of money, you're just not going to get. Killers are going to cost you a lot of money, not serial killers, but rock stars are going to cost you more money. And it depends on the market. Some markets we're paying a lot more than in others. Okay, so what's the lowest wages you'd work for? Now, what I referred to here is opportunity cost. If you take and you look at employees that work with you for less than 6 months, this is probably lost payroll because we typically don't get a really good person that stays with us only 6 months. If you look at the number of transactions and you look at how low they are below the average of what the rest of the salon is doing, and I'll show you some numbers in a minute that you can compare to, that's what's killing you. It's killing your bottom line because you're paying a person, regardless of how much you're paying them, but if you allow them to continue to sell at $1.25 for lotions, and if their total PSA lotions and services is under $6, you're losing money. Okay, here's another one that drives me bananas. I can't believe that anybody is still doing it. Selling minute packages. I'll just tell you that if you were alive when Buffalo Bill was around, and if there was a tanning salon, maybe they're tanning buffaloes, I don't know, but maybe you would see somebody selling minutes. Do yourself a favor, don't talk yourself into selling minutes because your customers like it. Your customers would like it if you gave the damn tanning away. They'd love that until you closed. If you find that you have some customers that refuse to move from minutes over to EFTs, then make up your pricing sheet. We make them up for our customers. We make up a pricing sheet and we say, okay, have a price for minutes below the counter. Don't show it as your pricing sheet. We don't want to be telling a lot of people that we still sell minutes. But if a customer comes in that you've had for a long time and they want to go back to that minutes, fine, sell them the minutes. Eventually they'll see the advantage of getting on an EFT, because if you start to divide up what you charge for a minute package by 10, 12 minutes per session, you'll find that, well, at least the pricing sheets we do for our clients, it is cheaper per session to get on an EFT. And in the long run, you make more money. Okay, so next thing, marketing needs to be a strategy to fit the season. Right now, we've been doing our marketing for our clients for the end of January, all of February, March, and April is huge. We're going to get into May here, and with May, we're putting together ads for upgrades. We want people to upgrade their package, and we're giving incentives for them to move from one level of EFT up to another. And there's a lot that goes in with it, but that's what we're doing in May. June is going to be BOGO month because the season's going down, but we still want traffic. And if you have a BOGO month, you got to make sure you put an expiration on those sessions or a 30-day package. But that's stuff, if you're, if you hire my services, I'll show you how to do it, not only through July, April, September, but all the way through the end of the year. That gets you positioned for peak season 2022. It's one of the biggest things that I thought I would be bald this last year. And it was a lot because people didn't know what Biden was going to do when he got in office, where salon's going to be shut down or whatever. But we end up doing so much of our work for our clients in January and February because they were waiting to see what the new administration was going to do. Okay, so to get guidance for July through September, there are huge, huge opportunities if you go after it. One, of course, always is a tour. You can do a tan tour where you're charging a price for people to tan once in each bed. Tan tours have been done for a long time. This is just one retailer I wanted to show you, and this retailer, by the way, has done extremely well. Single salon when they came to me in, I believe it was in January, and let me show you a list of a whole bunch of single salons because I think a lot of you are probably single salons. But anyway, there's a lot of things that we help you with. Your email marketing, your text marketing, your social marketing. We put together a lot. I've got a full-time graphics lady, and this is all we do. We're always, dreaming up new stuff to take advantage. So if you haven't dealt with us, you should, because boy, I'll tell you, that would be something that Mr. Einstein down here would say is not crazy. It's not insane. Okay, so last thing, one of the last things I want to talk to you about is how do you increase your revenues in 2021? So I'm going to show you that what we do with current and new customers to marketing the value and experience. I'm going to show you a list on the side, or on the right side, of what our clients did in 2019. Can't really show 2020 because we don't have all the numbers from our customers yet. We have some good ideas on it, but 2019 should be more akin to what you're going to be doing in 2021, or what you should be doing. So more customer investment in your salons by way of increasing PCA, or average yearly expenditure by each unique client. This is not the expenditure by tan, it's by client. Some clients spend $50 in your salon in the year, some spend $300 or $400. Now, our average over our clients, if you see my cursor here, in 2019 was $158.90. Most of the people that come to us are either $100 or $110 because they probably haven't advanced their EFTs. And advancing their EFTs makes all the sense in the world. And I'll get rid of the telephone. Okay, now the other thing is increasing your PSA, your average sale or per tan visit transaction dollars. Now what this is this is lotions plus services, and you do it as an average. And when you take a look at it, this is what we averaged 2019, 1187. We are probably clearly above $3 to $3.50 above people that have not been our clients. And it's not that we're so wonderful. I've dealt with 567 different salon owners now over 31 years. So we take all the good stuff, we move it on to the next client rather. Lotion transaction average, ours was 289. I'd say the average that comes to us, lotion, is maybe $1.70. So if you take a look at the difference between, say it's $1.20 roughly, and you take that $1.20 and you multiply times the number of tans that you've got, that's huge found money right there. Increasing EFT membership numbers, percent of total, our percent 2019, 55% of our revenues was done in EFT revenue. And the significant thing about that, people, is that as you increase your EFT revenues, you increase the number of visits that people come into your salon. It gives you more opportunities to sell lotions. It gives you more opportunities to sell them from one EFT level to another. Heck, when they get done with their EFT and they only want a 30-day, it gives you opportunities to maybe sell them from one 30-day up to a different 30-day package. EFTs is absolutely, it is what our industry makes big money on, is EFTs. So, forget trying to sell minutes or a whole bunch of sessions packages. Increasing the average EFT draw. Right now in 2019, our draw averaged $58.89. I would say the average draw when they come to us is probably between 38 and 40 bucks. And why is our draw so high? Because we do marketing and we do training to our customers to show their staff how to upgrade people, not just to sell them an upgrade, but to get them into an upgraded level. That's where the money is. Huge money. Okay, increasing EFT retention and reducing cancels. We've been working on this for years. It's made a significant difference on reducing cancels, but also significant on increasing the retention of EFTs. When we do a deep dive number on a salon, we look at your EFT levels, but we also look at how long the average person stays on that level, because that tells us what we've got to work on with you to get those EFTs to stay longer. And by the way, as people move up in EFT levels, they tend to stay longer because they become more bonded to your equipment. Okay, so just any salon or chain, we do membership numbers, we do that deep dive. I've done it so many times and I love to do it. Okay, so let's speak about salons for a second here. Let me get to a sheet here. What you're seeing on this sheet right now is 8 single salons that came to us this year. I mean, just this year. Their numbers are off the chart. You've got names, you've got phone numbers, and I'm not sure why the emails aren't on there, but anyway, you've got phone numbers, and I tell you, you should really contact any of these people and ask them what's going on, and has working with John, has it helped? And let them tell you what we're talking about. As I'm trying to switch back to hello. Okay, but so don't take my word for it. Any of these people can tell you what we've done. It's been crazy. And what I want to say to you, look, at with this business, stop doing some of the insane things and get over to what we would call stopping the insanity. So there's still 60 days left for peak 2021. There is what we've got left of April, there's May and June. So remember, these are still very good months. So talk to the doctor, get a hold of me, tell me that you want to get away from the insanity and you want to get some of the increases that people are getting. And people are asking, well, how expensive is this? It's for a business makeover, it's very cheap. Single salon starts at $950, which is nothing. We produce, again, if you call any of those people, they got their monies back inside of a couple of weeks. So just don't take my word for it. Call them. I've done 31 years in this business, have worked with hundreds and hundreds of salons. So you know how to get a hold of me, johnrfarr.com, and sign up. Want a free consultation? You can do it, and I'll just lay out everything to you. I'll look at your numbers. That won't cost you anything. You'll send me the numbers. There's only about 5 or 6 numbers that I need. You give me those numbers, and I'll show you where you're going to make a whole heck of a lot more money. Hey, listen, thank you for listening to me. It's you could tell I have more than a little bit of passion for this business, and I want to see you all do well. So have a good April. I hope you're getting slammed, but don't forget that April you're going to get slammed and somewhat in May, but you still got to worry about the rest of the year. And for that, you need good pricing and good marketing, and I can show that all to you. So have a good day. Take care of yourself.